To the Batmobile. Let's go.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
As I was saying,
Yep.
I'm becoming physically ill watching this show now.
Man, it's just so like
5 episodes down.
Yeah. Yes.
God damn.
It has lost its pace since episode 4. Episode 4 hauled ass on plot points. This one was just like
Dragging its heels.
yeah. I've learned in this show, they don't really solve crimes. They stumble onto shit.
Yeah. Well, it was like that. What was it, episode 2 or 3? No, I think it was probably 2, where they just find the dead guy in the street, and there's no real explanation how
how they
that scene.
discovered it. Yeah.
It's like he's just on his way to work.
They were walking to work. That's exactly right. Yeah, episode 2. In this, they're on lunch, and a crime happens, and that's what's like. They're on lunch. I get where Bullock's coming from, but like,
Bullock was quite insistent about not going. He's
doing
like,
his
we're
job.
eating burgers. It's lunch. He yells out about 3 times in protest.
I feel like Harvey Bullock and Donald Logue are both being wasted on the show separately. Like, not one is wasting on the other. They're both being like not used to their fullest possible ability.
Keeping my suggestion for anyone who may be involved with the show to recast Bullock as Artie Lang, because Artie Lang eating burgers and Danishes is way better.
Oh man, it would be so great to see him
I
do
will
offense.
say as well from episode 3 that we did, which was just put out. Well, now. When
it's
recording
now
this,
just
but,
out. Yeah.
But it'll have been out by the time you're listening to this episode. But go listen to that one because we got the hook for Danishes. So now
the Danishes.
we fulfilled that today with Danishes.
Awoke something in me. Yeah.
I think the one thing I can credit the show with is making me want to eat food.
Yeah, I get hungry when I watch Gotham. The Maroni lobster in this episode in particular seemed fantastic.
You have
this
a lobster
episode.
fixation now.
I've always had a lobster fixation.
What do you want to do with them?
I want to have it all up in my mouth and eat it and just be like, I had you. You are eaten now. Because you can look at the shell of what you've consumed and be like, damn.
I personally refuse to eat sea bugs because they're bugs of the sea.
Of course. I only feel that I am at a loss because I don't get to capture them myself. Because
I've captured a few, not a lobster, I've captured crabs though.
Yeah, like Dungeness crib. Like
just mostly on my crotch.
Okay. Ooh, but
no. I was in one morning, got up early in Costa Rica, walked the beach, and found 2 big ass king crabs there. And
sick.
Yoink! And I brought them back and then contributed crab to the potluck dinner. It's great.
That's awesome. Yeah. Makes me so hungry for seafood right now.
Yeah. So, thanks Gotham for making us want to eat food.
Always want to eat food.
That's pretty good.
Our villain of the week this week was the man with the mangled ear.
The man with the mangled ear. Oh, can we talk about the previously on Gotham things that
previously on Gotham? Yeah. Yeah.
For the 5th time now, we see that moment where Gordon fake assassinates Penguin.
Yeah, fires a little to the right. Yeah,
and they keep showing it like it's supposed to be look how he shot.
Look how smart he is. Yeah,
how, we had the camera in the water as he falls into the water, and we think we're so fucking good.
Yeah, jump cut to studio pool location.
We're all sucking each other off over how great we are, and
it's
meanwhile,
a secret.
It's not that big a deal. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, they recap us on a lot of stuff that really did just fucking happen. God damn. I'm sorry if I yell.
I don't like these shows, man. I feel like a lot of TV stuff is that way though. Previously on whatever Arrow, Flash, name the show. They do that kind of thing. Just why just this past weekend, and we talked about it on the last one.
Yeah.
But now I've seen the series. You have not yet.
Oh, the Daredevil.
Watch Daredevil. Oof. They all flow real nice. There's no previously on. It's not made to have commercial breaks.
Sure. Netflix original new content.
It shoots through like a movie. 55 minutes of including credits and all that, but. Man, Daredevil, they do a lot of similar things in this show and Daredevil.
Sure, yeah, the mob.
And Gotham and Daredevil.
Definitely,
there's moments where the Kingpin meets up with all the other gangs, which we just saw in this episode.
Which was, I guess that's what that was?
I wasn't feeling it. Fish Mooney has her whole crew. and they're meeting Falcone, and they're trying to like discuss
make some sort of deal,
a deal.
I guess. Yeah.
Is this floating around Arkham's building?
When they
property?
do cut to that parking lot with all of them there is a scene just before her. Like the thing we last see Fish Mooney doing is bitch slapping this hoe. And like saying we're always here, or like, do you feel cooped up in here? Like I could be in here. I know they're implying that she never leaves the restaurant.
Yeah, well, I never see her. I always see her in this stupid club. Is it a club? Is it a restaurant? What is it?
It's like a racketeering club, I guess.
Like what do they do there? Because sometimes I see a burlesque show, and sometimes I see like weird singers.
It's like what Maroney has his restaurant, and Fish has her restaurant. But it's like, you know, where your mobster hangs out and he eats.
I'd hang out at Maroney's place before I hung out at Fish's place.
You would go to Maroney's restaurant before you would go to... Okay, I would go to Fish's, but only to watch people rehearse.
Well, that's what I mean. That's all you'll see.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look like they're serving any
I would go during the
there.
day to Fish's, like only during the day, and then at night I would ham it up at Maroney's.
Yeah, because you saw that lobster.
Yeah, that looked
You
amazing.
told me you liked that lobster.
That did look
and I've
delicious.
seen other meals on previous episodes when Penguins work in the kitchen.
Definitely. Yeah, there's... I guess you're
I
right.
can fuck up that spaghetti. You know?
Maroney's menu looks pretty off the chain.
Yeah, I like my Italian food. I'm not afraid to say that out loud in public.
I almost argue, though, that the kitchen they establish at Maroney's isn't capable of the food that appears at Maroney's. Yeah. Like soundstage, props guys. Yeah, props. Like, really bringing it in.
It's a pretty small kitchen.
Yeah, it's small. It's small.
I mean, it was big enough in this episode to throw Penguin up and like...
Yeah.
And this very like rip-off mob,
Chalantly off screen, over his shoulder,
like through a plexi window type.
Yeah.
deal, or no, it's just glass, I guess. Right?
You made a Christopher Nolan parallel there with like that choice of imagery and Godfather referencing, because the Dark Knight is the Godfather of Batman movies.
True.
Yep. It definitely was trying to do pace that didn't fit in Gotham, because it's like now they're trying to pick and choose their cool moments. They're really, this will be a cool moment that we'll try and let him act, you know.
We haven't even touched on what this episode is about. It's called Viper.
Viper, right.
Now,
yeah, there's
Viper,
a new drug hitting the streets, as always in Gotham. Every other week it's either a new drug or something.
So Bullock and Gordon were trying to eat some fucking burgers, you know, staying healthy.
Oh, God.
And
the opening, we should actually open at the very beginning. Like,
what was the very
The very beginning is a street performer wearing a Dare t-shirt with a bunch of don'ts on it. He's just tuning his guitar. Hanging out, you know, don't, and this guy comes up to him, doesn't say anything, and just puts something in his guitar case, and it's like a little green bottle of schnapps, maybe, in my mind. If you were to look at it immediately, it looks like a hotel booze.
I would say it's Scope.
Scope? Okay,
Flush.
sure. It has like a barbershop logo on it, so I could see how you could think that.
Oh, yeah, it has like the little Barbicide symbol.
Yeah. And it's
like you should put a comb in there, but not like it's too small.
Definitely,
to put a big comb.
Definitely comb solution vibe.
It's about the size of maybe a mustache comb.
Ooh, I would make use of a mustache comb. For those of you who cannot hear or see, I have a mustache-ish. I have a beard. I have a gave up on my face
They
look.
can't hear or see. It's going to be a hard time getting through this podcast.
For those of you who are trying to picture my face using
someone's like
my
tapping
voice
on you, like in Morse
is there a
code
way to do that?
What
like,
we're saying.
What if you did have like things where people like sat like with backs to each other and like draw what this person looks like by just hearing their voice?
Oh, that'd look horrible.
Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, well, you got to wonder, right? What if someone draws you like all Han Solo-y? And you're like, oh, that's cool. I should definitely invest in a gun. You know, on my waist. That'd be a fun exercise.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Right, I got distracted. So the guy with like a Vincent Van Gogh ear.
Yeah, Van Gotham.
Yeah,
Vincent Van Gotham.
Yeah, he's Van Gotham. Vincent Van Gotham. He drops this like elixir inside the guitarist's case, and the guy like right away like picks it up and goes, "Hey man, you drop whatever. I'm gonna take it.
Oh, and
I'm gonna take your present."
It says on the side, "Breathe me."
Yeah, breathe me. Like this is idiot-proof drugs. The simplest drug to take in the planet. It is more like if you gave weed to someone who's never taken weed before, they wouldn't know what to do with that.
No.
They wouldn't know you have to grind it up. They would just put it into a bong if they had a bong on ground.
Oh,
they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know all this shit. So if you make it as simple as possible, they'll take the drug easier in this episode. Okay, I have a question here. There's right before the opening credits.
Question away.
Does it have either the coolest or stupidest shot just before the opening credits?
Oh,
over the shoulder man holding an ATM.
I loved it. Yeah, I think I wrote
that was hilarious.
I wrote that down. I love that.
But
guy.
everything leading up to it pissed me off. Like the Constantine references, it felt like it was going for, or like the guy when he's like now taking the guitarist wearing the Dare shirt now on the effects of the drug goes to a convenience store and like starts like jacking back like milk and cheese and stuff. And he's like. I thought he was either going to get really thin or like dry away like in Constantine the movie.
Yeah.
Because that's a thing. But it felt like that. It felt like they lit it like that. It felt like that's what they were going for.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Well, everything Bruno Heller does is a ripoff
of other stuff. It did feel like other stuff in this episode. Well, even before we cut to the junkie running, which I did love, another thing I hate on the show keeps doing is a quick shot of Catwoman before everything. Sure.
She's following Gordon, who's trying to eat his lunch.
Where the fuck has she been this whole time? Like, I guess
after Balloon Man. She was with Balloon Man. Balloon Man took her to the...
She got away.
But then, because we didn't realize Balloon Man was a bad guy, but he was like the child services.
Yeah,
dude.
But Balloon Guy was a weird
So she
kinda...
took off at some point.
She escapes, definitely, in the kerfuffle.
And then I don't know if she was in episode 4, as far as I can remember.
She's like choosing to show herself and stuff, which I get, but like... She's all like, "You can't see me," and then it's like, "Hi, I could clearly see you."
Oh yeah,
like,
she's on a car again, posing like a cat, and then does a weird body slide
down,
not just the windshield, but then over the flat hood. It's flat, and it's like you're really forcing yourself to slide at that point.
It kind of feels like what a cat actually would do, but like how a cat just lay there all lazy. Like,
but there's still no explanation as to why she behaves like a cat.
Totally. There's no cat references. Why?
Bruce Wayne is already at the beginning again before we even get the Gotham credits.
Way before the credits.
He's building a profile on a fucking
dude. Okay.
Corkboard.
First note I made this meeting was that wall. We need to do like a montage of every movie ever doing the evidence on the wall thing.
Well, get ready because Daredevil also does.
Yeah, totally. All the shows do it though, man. Every show does that. They're all gonna need a big empty fucking wall to assemble all the evidence.
We're gonna have to put the picture of this guy with his name. And then we're gonna sometimes cross them out.
Yeah, they were a bad lead. You gotta that lead went nowhere, Minetti.
Oh my
god. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I really do want to see the montage of every single person working on their wall, and then play them all back to back when they're all done, and them all being the same shot. Basically, that'd be some funny shit. Like.
Oh, so when Homeboy was on that drug, so I just want to talk about her. So Catwoman popped up and then she ran away.
Then she disappeared. Yeah, she had no real reason to be in this episode. She just had 4 seconds.
And then Gordon got called away because it's burger time. No, wait, sorry, it's not. We got to go.
Yeah, there's a crime.
Some junkie who's down the street.
No one reported in this crime. Again, they stumbled upon it as in they heard
it came
the alarm.
The radio.
No, it didn't. They heard an alarm from the store.
Is that how it was?
Yeah, and that's what he turned to go do. Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah, they stumble. Okay, so in the show, they stumble upon crime, or these people come to them at the station to tell them shit.
Because I was going to say, I felt like this was the first episode where I witnessed some actual police work, it looked like. I felt like there was a few scenes there where
I'll give you that.
Bullock and him were actually doing real sort of police work.
That kind of felt, I got that vibe.
Just
Definitely.
for a minute. There wasn't a long time. Because, again, it's like I kind of go into like a weird mode of not really listening or paying attention to the show quite often.
Sure.
It's 42 minutes, man. Like, that's too long for this terrible show.
No, it's not too long. They draw shit out.
You're right, because Daredevil's 55 minutes, and I loved it.
Sure,
I just kept wanting more.
Totally.
But this one, I'm just like, hey.
We're still dealing with repercussions from the Wayne's death, which is like, get over that. We don't care anymore. Move on. This is not what the show is about.
You're saying this is a Gordon show, but you keep
Yeah.
Throwing in Bruce Wayne.
Jim doesn't go through.
like he's a full-grown Batman
Yeah,
already.
I don't see him changing at the end of these episodes. Doesn't sound like he gets better at the end of these things. Because, like, again, bad guys either come get him, or they go to his fucking house and knock on his door. Like, he doesn't have to leave. It comes to him every time. And, like, the only solution for him is to just tell the truth, and he'll win. He'll live. If he tells the truth, that's it.
Which is always weird.
Yeah. Because I guess, he has to stay noble. But, like...
To a point.
Yeah. He has to be who Batman strives to be, like, working with, but... Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know. From what I saw on the previously on screen and from, like, the few scenes in this episode, it looks like Fish is, like, setting up this little girl this little dime piece that she was pimping out.
Yeah, she's training a weapon.
She gave the backhand to.
Yeah.
And she off-screen kissed with in the
like
last
on
episode.
Screen, not in screen. Yeah, there was a body in
I
the
didn't
way.
see lips touching.
Okay.
Meanwhile, at the end of this episode, we see a very unsexy sex scene.
So weird.
With a Russian who's like tied up.
So unnecessary.
One of the Russians that we saw in the beginning.
At that meeting.
At the standard mafia meeting.
But like it was like
mafia.
3 things that contradicted. Like, it was like, oh, I don't get along with you. Falcone revealing that now they have to work together. And then that they were working together all along.
They were just feigning this hatred of each other when they're in bed, literally in bed together.
Any of
it's
Fish,
so on the nose. Everything's so on the nose. They're literally in bed
all
together.
All of it is so fucking literal.
Oh, my God.
But it's so, like... I don't know. Like, I don't care to begin with Fish Mooney.
I'm going to make another comparison because, again, I just watched Daredevil. 13 episodes of awesomeness. The Russians in Daredevil are better.
Cool.
I have a cool, interesting storyline, too.
The Russian in The Dark Knight was pretty cool because in the script, they all have their mob-like names, like Gamble, that weird Italian guy is the Russian.
The Russian.
There's this guy who he's got the
guy
leather
that beats
on.
up the Punisher.
He's the that's the Russian. Yeah, that's
the
right.
Russian.
That's Kevin
It's also
Nash,
Kevin Nash
as the Russian,
aka Diesel.
See, I both hate and love the Thomas Jane Punisher.
There's reasons too. There's reasons
because it's a freaking awful movie, but it's awesome.
Yeah,
yeah, it's terrible.
There's great moments and there's really garbage shit moments.
More garbage than shit, but actually more shit than garbage. But even then, John Travolta was a weird, weak, bad guy.
Oh, he's the awfulest.
I'm already on to a different thing.
You know what I like though in the comic books? There's the video game based on that movie, where the son that you mangled comes back. One of the sons survived that office explosion. He survived that, but he's all fucked up, and he becomes the Jigsaw.
Oh, that's cool.
That's the premise of the Xbox and whatever other systems it came out on. Shortly after that Thomas Jane Punisher movie came out.
I'll play that game. That sounds cool.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Dude, you grab a guy hostage. He's like your human shield.
Cool.
And as levels progress, you deal with like
the Punisher. Wow.
Yeah, as the levels progress, you deal with like ninja guys. And like they have like way better body armor, so you just hold them, they'll take more bullets.
Oh, you human shield people?
Oh, all the time.
That's totally cool.
Or you can just
Punisher.
end them like in Punisher styles. Like if there's an action point nearby, you can just run up and be like,
sure.
Bam! When the guy's walking by the buzzsaw, you just run up on him and like buzzsaw Punisher move. And there's like a weird scale. You got to balance it where you can interrogate
people and then fear them and stuff.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
You either just automatically kill them or you'll get some info and then kill them.
Cool. With the Punisher game.
And then,
for Xbox 360 or Xbox regular. Which Xbox?
The first, I don't know. This is like whenever the Punisher movie came out.
Like 2004. Okay, sure.
So I'm assuming the first Xbox, regular Xbox.
Did you like Punisher Warzone?
No.
Like, it was a really good-looking movie that went nowhere.
It was just another, like, whatever, take this blockhouse type thing.
Yeah, they introduced a cool supervillain.
The story was weak.
And then he became kind of like a different supervillain after becoming a different supervillain.
Ray Steveston didn't really do it for me.
Yeah, there's no lightness in the darkness. Like, we had Wayne Knight not cracking any jokes, which is fine, but like...
Him and his microchip didn't really work.
Oh, man, all the scenes where they're being serious, there should be all these jokes. Like, he's like feeding his grandmother. because like she's like super dementia, and he's explaining to the Punisher like why he keeps living even though he should blow his brains out. And I'm like, fit something in here, man. You're Wayne Knight. Like, this is killing me. Holy crap! I have to sit through this. Like, this is forever.
No, you gotta go watch something Marvel related. I'll say Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Daredevil on Netflix.
For your favorite Marvel stuff?
Those are my top 3 Marvels.
Not including any Spider-Man related stuff?
I'm counting the
ones?
MCU.
Okay, because Spider-Man is separate, even if it's in those other
He
two.
will be in this.
Okay.
He'll be a part of the MCU soon.
Because I will
coming up.
I will definitely say Spider-Man 1 in my Marvel repertoire, like the Tobey Maguire one. I like that movie. It fits in. If I'm going to go with any of those 3, okay, no, interesting. Iron Man. Definitely Iron Man 1.
I mean, it's the best Iron Man,
Yeah,
but
it's the best Iron Man.
That's all I'll say about that. It's the best Iron Man.
I'm thinking of all of the Marvel movies. I don't want to say Avengers because it's too obvious, but like
Avengers wasn't even that great.
it was a good movie though.
Dude,
Yeah.
Winter Soldier is better than Avengers.
Winter Soldier is a good movie. I was really impressed with how
Guardians of the Galaxy better than Avengers.
No, Avengers over Guardians for me.
No, more entertaining movies.
Hey, I like Rocket Raccoon. I loved Groot. Ronan was interesting as a bad guy.
He's a douchebag. You like to hate him. He's
I don't mind. He was a cool bad guy. The thing that pissed me off the most with Guardians was Benicio del Toro not being in enough of the movie.
Oh, you wanted more Benicio.
I thought he turned down Star Trek Into Darkness
to do this?
to do Guardians of the Galaxy and be a part of the Marvel U. And I'm
But
like,
his
it doesn't
part's
really
not-
seem like
his
that's
not-
happening.
His part's not over.
Yeah, but like,
Because they
we're
only
gonna
had
get
him in that
way
cut
more.
scene. They only had him in that end scene of
Thor
2.
the Dark World. Thor, yeah.
So they
yeah.
like that was like a tiny scene leading into his Guardian scene. Now he's introduced. Now he can be in other stuff.
And he was just in Guardians to be expository, explaining what the gems are. Had he not been there, movie would have been different. Yes, important role, but 10 minutes, 11 minutes.
Cosmo's free now. He can help the Guardians. He's part of their shit.
Their dog,
And they actually, their headquarters is in that fucking
celestial head,
in that head.
nowhere.
So like they have to introduce a lot of stuff.
Yes, you're totally right. I just, it's kind of.
But anyway, we've
cool.
gone
Yeah,
again,
I like James
as
Gunn.
always, very far off the topic of the terrible show we're watching.
Of course. Hey, Guardians is a good movie,
it
but
is. Yeah. DC animated is better than Marvel animated. But
Yeah, DCAU.
DC movies, not so much.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
But we'll see.
We'll see what they got in store over these next few years.
We need to create a Gotham timeline, like a pre-Batman timeline, post-Batman. Like as time goes, like maybe some of this shit will come in handy. It feels like none of it will, but like if he's 11 and he's doing this level of Batman stuff now, like when is he supposed to be Batman in this world?
That's what I mean. That's my big issue. I mean, yours is just even seeing him, which is a one for me too. Because if you're going to show him, cut to him getting training around the world with different masters of each field.
Running at the Great Wall of China.
It's just like, this is so nonsense. His parents died and now he's just suddenly is already acting like he's Batman with all the training. He has no training yet.
He knows where to go every time.
He burned his hand on a candle in episode 2.
Oh, yeah, so he can overcome pain.
But like that means nothing
That's
to
so
me.
light.
It means
We
nothing to
need
me.
him to do everything that he's doing right now after he's destroyed a League of Assassins, and like become the leader of it too, though. Like after he destroyed it, like win the League of Assassins and then kill them. Yeah.
And so this episode is all about the Viper. Everyone's getting dosed with Viper.
This new drug by the mangled ear
is basically like Venom Light, as you
Venom Light, yeah,
as you dubbed it.
Yeah,
just for people who don't know, Venom is basically a super soldier formula that like kind of fucks with you.
Yeah,
it's responsible for creating Bane. It's what makes Bane as strong as he is when he's jacked up.
There's a cool story, Batman Venom.
But everyone walks in to the like everyone's like there's an outbreak in the police station all of a sudden.
Yeah, all the bad
of
guys,
Venom dudes,
all the street people are on,
all tweaking out, all smashing things, throwing things around. And Nigma, like you get a shot at Edward Nigma, aka Riddler. He's just like loving it.
He's so excited.
The chaos.
It's like the LA riots, and he's like, yes, bro.
And now,
terrible, man.
having only walked down from the top of their precinct into the office with Gordon and Essen or whatever, he has somehow already deduced exactly what this thing is.
Yeah, he's on it.
He has all the answers.
Dude, yeah, he's an exposition machine.
Oh, yeah, he's the exposition machine, 100%.
He's transcended the, there's a really awful trope called the Magical Black Negro who just explains everything in a movie.
Magical Black
That's a real thing. That's like Legend of Bagger Vance.
I was about to just reference Legend of
Yeah.
Bagger Vance. The one Will Smith movie that I feel really could use a rap song over it.
It's got like Matt Damon in it, right?
Like why didn't Will Smith do a song at the end of the Legend of Bagger Vance like he did MIB? Or like you did Wild Wild West.
Featuring on the soundtrack Will
The Legend
Smith.
of Bagger Vance. Bagger Vance.
La 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 la. I did golf.
No. That's going left. That's,
swing.
I need a club.
Nigma, though, he knows everything crime related. It feels like he's made for this, obviously. But
for me to like this show, I want him to be the leader at the end of it.
Yeah,
all.
I thought that was a cool prediction on your end. That'd be cool if he's the one who's the ultimate. He's just as big as Penguin in an episode or something. Revealed that he's been responsible for a lot of terrible things or something.
Yeah,
really
big. So they tie loose strings together and find out.
We didn't talk about what happened to the guy who stole an ATM machine.
Oh yeah, well he tried to throw it at Gordon and Bullock, but just at that moment
he lost his powers and it crushed him. Because shit sort of it figures itself out in Gotham sometimes. If they don't do anything, that crime oftentimes would have solved itself anyway. Just the fact they're conveniently standing there is actually more confusing.
Yeah.
Because they don't do any real police work. How they could get
You're right.
there.
They could have done nothing. And everything would have worked itself out.
It would have been great. All these street people would have died horribly. And they would have had like a really awesome 24 hours, but then now they're gone. And like maybe Gotham can grow again because this person left this horrible drug on the street that killed everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird.
And then he tried to like pump it into the Waynes.
Man, that was so by the book, that
the
evil
Wayne
plan.
Foundation charity.
We're like, okay, you have a gas and you're going to go above like a gathering and connect it to like there's like always
system.
There's always a nozzle on top of these buildings.
Yeah.
That you can plug your one little vat of like beer keg chemical into it and it'll affect that whole building.
And you being a guy who worked on viruses knows all about air conditioning.
Yeah, you probably went to refrigerator school to pay for your community college. To be a scientist.
He knows how to hook those tubes up and get it pumping. The thing he doesn't know is save your fucking villain speech for after you've already pumped the shit into the room.
He fucks his plan up by monologuing before he touched the nozzle on. You need people dying while you're speaking.
Well, that's
way
the
scarier.
boss move.
That's the cool.
People are falling and like screaming, and that's when you come on.
That's where you do the.
And also, you've locked the door.
Yeah. So you've had that's where you do have to hire a henchman. You can't one man this shit.
No, that's the problem. He's trying to do this all by himself.
You need people to be outside with chains on the door, or like two really cool animals that do your bidding.
We're not at that level of Gotham yet.
Mr. Freeze had two polar bears at one point, which I was like, that was
pretty boss.
Nice touch on that one, actually.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the Joker and Harley had their hyenas.
Yeah, they have hyenas, totally. Poison Ivy has like ivy.
So
that is poison.
Nick of Time, they wrap it up. They shoot the nozzle.
Yeah,
which sprays Homeboy in the face.
Yeah, sprays the mangled man's face, and he gets away. Bad guy gets away at the end of that episode, right?
I thought he died at the bottom.
No, okay, so we never actually cut down to see the body. And I think in TV rules, if you don't see a body, they're not dead. But Donald Logue, Harvey Bullock, totally makes like I wish I could be young forever or whatever line. They should have done a line that was earlier in the episode at the end of this episode. There's an episode. There's a moment in this episode where you and I both reacted where they find the mangled-eared guy's lab and it's been cleared out.
Yeah.
And he goes, it's Gotham.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that is my highlight of this episode, and
Yeah.
I think what Bullock says, I wrote it down, and I'm going to try and say it a bit like he did, is really, it sums up the entire series that Bruno Heller has created here.
Yeah.
What do you expect? It's Gotham.
You're right. Yeah. Like,
What do you expect?
what do you expect?
It's Gotham. Hashtag Gotham.
You're right.
Created by
Yeah.
Bruno Heller.
Bruno
What
Heller.
do you expect? It's Gotham. Created by Bruno Heller. What do you expect?
Yeah, that's actually the best
The
quote.
bar is
yeah.
is inside the bar. They dug a hole. They dug a trench, like a World War II style trench. That's a deep fucking trench. If you don't know,
Like an Easter Island
They
money
dug
pit trench
a
going on. It's deep.
fucking trench.
It's a deep-ass
And then
trench.
they put the bar down there, and then they
Yeah, then-
covered it
yeah.
up with cement.
Oh man, you know what's
So
a cool
that's the
movie
Bruno
about
Heller
burying
bar
people? You ever seen the
Gotham.
movie Lord of Illusion?
Have I? I tell you what, I've seen the fucking director's cut.
Yeah, I saw that too
Talking
recently.
about John Carpenter's Lord of Illusion.
No, it's a
Oh,
John.
wait,
No, it's Clive Barker.
Clive Barker.
Yeah. But
Fuck
totally
yeah.
John Carpenter type
Book of
horror
Blood.
film. Yeah, Scott Bakula.
Plays a magician character.
Well, yeah,
slash
like a detective
magician
who's
guy.
an expert at black magic, but they've like wait to reveal that.
He's been in several stories of Clive Barker's.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I want to read a bunch of those stories. But they open with them, these people who have escaped the cult, breaking back into the cult to destroy the cult leader, a man who ropes himself a Puritan. It's like a terrifying, this guy, man. It's cool. This Lord of Illusion, though, they when they eventually, after getting like handed to them, there's this cool line where it's like, we should bury him deeper than anyone's ever cared to dig. Like, let's just cover this guy up.
Yeah, well, that's where Bruno Heller's at.
Yeah, totally.
With his fucking bar of excellence.
He's attempted to purify.
So they wrap it up. The guy
Yeah.
doesn't die. Dies. Who knows?
Sure. Yeah, he's, I don't know.
Cut to Falcone, who we've established is the crime overlord of Gotham City.
Yeah, chilling by himself in a park.
He's sitting on some steps in a park feeding birds. Was this what the crime boss does on his free time?
I think
Feeds the birds?
Well, like I think that's when you shoot him and you do like a Godfather buying oranges. Like whenever a mobster takes the time to like be leisurely, that's his like cue to be ousted.
But that's the most. I'm just like, this is a silly old man.
We should have.
I would not, if I even was one of his bodyguards and I was standing around and I see
Are you
him
saying
doing
our
this.
Falcone or Gotham's Falcone needs to be doing something more leisurely, like flying a kite?
He's just not intimidating. He's
not intimidating at all.
there's
This
nothing
Falcone,
to him.
I don't.
Again, I just watched Daredevil, so I gotta like
Oh, yeah,
talk
the Kingpin,
about
totally.
D'Onofrio Kingpin. Just he's excellent.
I'm gonna have to have
Weird
that all
character
seen.
choices.
Yeah, sure. But it's Vincent D'Onofrio, man. That guy was in The Cell.
He's doing a sort of like a Punisher Max style
Cool.
Kingpin.
Sure,
Like
sure.
an interesting take on
The Knights of
Kingpin.
Marvel.
Yeah, so this is fucking gangster number one here, fucking sitting on the steps feeding some birds. Cue Fish Mooney's hot little pimped out whore.
Yeah, in a wardrobe change, definitely a hair done, redone.
Made to look less slutty.
Something
Yeah.
I will point out with her is she's wearing earbuds, and this is our episode's only use of headphones when we have a guy who has a mangled ear. Don't you think you would just like melt into the crowds if you had a big old thing of headphones? Like, people have Walkmans. It's disguises.
But he was at
maybe.
an event. He couldn't wear it there.
Totally.
At that
totally.
point.
But like you could melt away in the crowd with a pair of sunglasses and some like big ass Nike headphones.
What's your takeaway for this episode, Taylor?
Definitely our supervillain this episode had a B- monologue. He lost points. This was like a 5 out of 10 episode.
A
For
5?
episode 5.
That's generous. I'm giving
Yeah.
this a big ol' fucking 2.
It was
Because again, I enjoyed the scenes with Penguin.
Sure. That was cool.
He had to just prove himself here.
Jim
in
Gordon
this
is
one.
now in the pocket of Maroney. We didn't talk about that.
Yeah.
He's now like he's being blackmailed by 2 separate mobs. Like he's being blackmailed by the mob to have killed Penguin, and now another mob is blackmailing him to keep Penguin alive.
Yeah. And to not let him out that he didn't really
and
kill
they still keep it
Penguin.
a secret. So he's still doing okay. He's doing good.
Now Angel Batista from Dexter can call upon the OC whenever he needs something.
Dude, he took a bite into this big steak in the opening scene.
In the previously, for the last episode.
That did not make me hungry.
No.
It did not.
That was just gross.
Yeah, that was really weird. Did not play well.
Well, I don't have anything more to add other than thank God it was over. It took too long for me. I needed it to be over faster.
Yeah, it was a rough one.
It's one of those shows that just never wants to end when you want it to end.
If we're looking at IMDb, Ex Machina, I think is going to be the movie I'm going to see next.
You go see Ex Machina, huh?
Yeah, Donald Gleason and Oscar Isaac, I believe, are the leads of that movie. Both those guys are doing really well. I think Oscar Isaac's in the new Star Wars.
Oscar Isaac plays the young Tony Stark on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Captain America.
Are you sure that's Oscar Isaac? It's the guy who played Standard Gabriel in Drive.
Maybe I'm mixing people up.
I'm totally screwing his name up, as they say. I know who you're thinking. You're thinking of the guy in that movie, The Devil's Double?
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie's...
Who's that?
That's Dominic
Cooper.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that sounds about right. Dominic Cooper.
I could be wrong on that.
No, you're right. You're right. That's Dominic Cooper.
All right, guys. Well, go see Ex Machina if you're in the theaters.
April 24th is when that will be out.
Doug Benson talking about that one. Sounds like a good one.
Yeah, he's funny.
And we'll see you next week with Spirit of the Goat, episode 6.
Spirit of the Goat. Yeah. Spirit of the Goat, episode.
That was a scary laugh.
That did get scary. I didn't see your face when that kept going, and I looked up like
a little chill.
Oh my god,
chill on my pants. Well, yeah, stay tuned. Same GCPD time, same GCPD channel, and we'll be back with more Gotham and more likely non-Gotham related news. But in the spirit of superheroes and comic book stuff.
In the spirit of the spirit of comic
in the spirit of the goat.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Fizzbutton for making a cool ass poster for Gotham City Podcast Dudes.
Oh yeah, that was badass.
That was so badass. I like that. That was fun. Yeah. Those guys are cool.
I love you, Danny Pinn over at Fizzbutton and Howard working the boards.
Yes, the infamous boards. I think of Terminator boards when they reference breaking the board and winning. They break. That's what I'm thinking of right away. I already got distracted. Damn. I'm sorry, guys. Danny Pinn, Fizzbutton. Thank you guys for the amazing poster for the Gotham City Podcast Dudes.
And head over to fizzbutton.net if you're listening. If you have not been, check out fizzbutton.net. A lot of podcasters from around the world.
Yeah, the best conglomeration and versatile set I've seen. Most podcast networks usually have, I guess, they're localized.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
being everywhere.
Fizzbutton's got a lot of worldly,
and a lot of
things.
Guys are now going live on this new app. It's called Spreaker.
Yeah, that's cool as hell. I like the idea of live.
I'm thinking about doing a live one soon from here, Fizzbutton, Vancouver.
If we do live, I'm going to need coffee, and but yes,
I want to do like a radio show though. We're gonna have songs, themed music nights or whatever.
But if it's radio, would I have to use the radio voice?
We can talk in our radio voice.
Here it is. We're making our way till that 8 a.m.
I am Peter Mansbridge. This is CBC The National.
That's a great Peter Mansbridge, though. I want to give you
I used to work on it. My throat's kind of dry. We're out of here, guys.
Yeah.
Stay sexy.
Stay sexy.
We'll leave it on this awesome episode of a much better show involving Gotham. It's called Batman the Animated Series.
Ooh, definitely. Yeah, Burst Tim, Baldini, we salute you guys.
This isn't some silly storybook.
Ah, but it is. It's a beautiful story. You have love, wealth, a family, all you ever wanted. Your own private wonderland.
No! I won't live a lie, no matter how attractive you make it.
It's a moot point, my friend. There's no way out of this.
Tell me how to wake up, or I'll...
You can't hurt a dream, my good fellow. And you can't wake up. Stop fighting it. You see? In a moment, the police will be here. Do you want to spend the rest of your dream life in Arkham?
Open up, Mr. Wayne! You're wrong. There is a way out.
Now, wait just a minute. You don't want to do anything foolish? This isn't an ordinary dream. What if you're wrong?
Then I'll see you in your nightmares.
Mr. Wayne, no! It's impossible! No one's will is strong enough to escape my dream machine!
Why? Why did you do it?
You, of all people, have the gall to ask me that! You ruined my life! I was willing to give you whatever life you wanted, just to keep you out of mine!
Something for the lab boys to play with. Any idea what it is?
Yes. The stuff that dreams are made of.